This is that filtered sunshine that Iris was telling us about. This is winter in the Valley of the Sun, the envy of the nation. It comes with a price, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's something that you've been struggling with the past couple of weeks. Those allergies, you know, when your eyes are itchy and watery.
Yep.
Well, luckily we have Frank Loitz here from Desert Car Care, and you're going to give us...
Just wear that everywhere.
That's one way, right? But there really are some ways that we can breathe a little easier in the car.
First things first, it's springtime, right? We're coming up to that. Clean your car out, right? Get that car clean because you'd be surprised about all the nasties in your car.
Yeah.
Listen, they say 6 times as much bad air is inside your car. The other thing is, if you parked your vehicle for a while, maybe you went out of town, you got some leaves hanging out here in these fresh air intake ducts. What'll happen over time, these leaves will get trapped inside. That can cause restriction of air, and also, more important, you're going to get this cabin air filter, guys. Look at the nasties here. This should be changed out every 15,000 miles. This is all the nasty
Frank, I'm not a car guy, and I was so proud of myself that I figured out how to do that from YouTube recently. You know, wow, what a great, great thing. But pretty easy, pretty easy.
It is. Listen, less than 15 minutes to change. This is a win for the consumer. Easy. It's not an expensive fix, right? Once a year, some of my asthmatic clients are getting that done every oil service. So really important. So remember to do that. Hey, you know, you're going to get some pollen mist, if you will. Look at that. I'll reproduce that with a little baby powder. That's kind of what our pollen is going to look like, except it's not white. Wipe that off. Little fancy camera trick there. Guess where that pollen's going if you don't? Right in the cab. And that's going to aggravate allergies. Come on over. I want to show you another thing here. Oh, here's another cabin air filter. Woo, look at that. See all the nasties in there? So change these guys out. They're really inexpensive. The other thing, too, is we get a lot of folks that complain about odors.
Here, I'll come on this side.
Maybe you've got leftover cheeseburger.
I thought Frank was cooking for us today.
Oh, yeah. You don't want that in your car.
Other than a 3-day-old cheeseburger, something else can be going on in your vehicle, okay? This is the underside of the dash. I've taken that apart, okay? Inside this dash is where that little cabin air filter hides. Okay, I'm going to pull it out. Now, look what's in there. Those leaves we talked about. Now, guess what that's going to do? Well, listen, you guys see water coming for your vehicle in the summer? No, very hot. There's a lot of condensation, so that water's leaking out, right? So you should see that water leaking out of this drain tube. That is normal. It's going to pour out right here. See that?
Yeah.
Now, if that water is not draining, guess what, guys? We got a restriction. What happens to water when it stands and it starts pulling? Bacteria. So what a mechanic will do, it's real simple. Another easy fix. He's going to go in here, usually with a hanger, right? Get the other side here, and start pulling all those leaves and debris out so we're draining that water and we're not pooling that water, creating that nasty smell that folks can get.
Boy.
So there's a lot of signs here kind of pointing to, okay, maybe you need to take it in and just get it checked out to make sure you're not breathing in all that nasty stuff.
Frank, we always appreciate it. This is Frank Loitz, a.k.a. Bill Nye the Science Guy, here for us today. Do all of those tips and the allergies will be a little better for you.
Fingers crossed.
Back after this.